gotta ask you the most important question. Where did the dance go? There was no dance in the last fight.
Every fight I gotta keep you guys guessing. So I know a lot of people are like, "Where's the laugh? Where's the dance?" You know, but I gave you guys a finish, right? I gave you a finish like no other.
Yeah, that's a bit more impressive.
A lot of it had to do with right before I came out, they made me take my cloak off, and it kind of took me out of it for a little bit. So we'll see what happens here. I get to be the main event, so I'm trying to work some things to make sure I get to do my full entrance.
So what's your expected, best case scenario for 2016?
I'm gonna have the title by the end of it. Long as the champ doesn't get hurt and fights me, I believe that I'm getting this fight in soon enough. It'll be a 5-fight win streak, and that's why I'm taking this fight, because I just feel like I just need one more win. I mean, a lot of people are already saying I'm the #1 contender, but I just feel like this is the right opponent. This is the name. All the other top guys were taken out of injury and things like that. So this fight came up. I wanted to jump on the injury. I got done with my fight last week. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. I don't want to wait around and make myself the #1 contender, and then watch the next two fight, and then hope one of them stays healthy, and whoever the champ is, and he's got to be ready to hand that belt over to me.
Who's the easier fight for you? Is there
It doesn't matter.
There's no easy fight, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're all equal in a sense. Each guy's got their strengths. Every guy's got their weaknesses. So either one.
Can you do a short analysis of match between Verdum and Stipe Miocic, because you announced that you'll be fighting the winner, probably. What do you think?
So if there's a Verdum and Stipe match, because I don't think anything's been announced or made yet.
Probably big.
So if that match happens, if they were to fight each other, it's going to be. I mean, Verdum's done a great job of raising his level on the striking. But I still feel like Stipe's mind, you can see Stipe's very confident on the feet right now. He feels he's going to have better boxing. And I think it's obvious that if it does go to the ground, that's Verdum's going to have the advantage there, just because of the submissions that he's already shown in the past, based upon what they both have shown. But it should be a great fight, and both guys are very well conditioned, and they don't look like either one has been affected by anything else that's recently taken place. So should be a great fight.
Thank you.
You know that this is the home turf of Mirko Krokop, and the fans expect a hard fight. Can you deliver?
I mean, if you watch my fights, then I don't even have to say it. 36 wins, I finished 33 of them. One of the highest finishing ratios in everyone. And in fact, I got to run into Mr. Krokop yesterday. We had a nice picture together, nice chat, and definitely a legend, definitely a guy that I've watched growing up as a kid, watching him finish guys and his legendary head kicks. So, who knows? Maybe I get to pull out one of my head kicks.
You were yesterday on a handball game?
Yes.
Have you ever watched this sport?
No, first handball game was yesterday. It was fun. Never got to see it before. Fast-paced game, so I can say it keeps Croatian fans interested. Keeps you going. You guys don't want to sit around and be bored, that's for sure.
Was it loud enough?
I think I'm going to get that arena louder.
You like the arena?
Yes, the arena is it's modern, it looks good, and as long as everybody goes and buy their ticket and they're going to fill this arena up, I'm going to give a show. I want to take the roof off.
Do you know the guys from Croatia who are fighting, Igor Pokrac and Filip Page?
I haven't met Filip yet. I just met Igor yesterday. He's a character, super cool guy. It was fun to do some of our meet. We went to school yesterday and definitely had some good laughs with him.
From all your career, do you have always this level of confidence, or it's grown up because of the last fight streak?
Yeah, it's definitely, the confidence definitely is raised over the last 4 fights, for sure. You've seen this transformation.
Yes.
But is
Believing in yourself is always on the high level? Or?
As crazy as it is, I was this way in the very beginning of my career. I make the statement, ignorance is bliss, because I didn't know any better, and I was knocking guys out. I was 17, 18, 19 years old. I was knocking guys out. And then one day I finally came across the guy that went on to be a UFC champion, Tim Sylvia. He's the first loss of my career. And and my mind changed, and it changed a lot of things in me. And in fact, watching my whole career, it's taken 16 years. I've done a full 360 now, full circle. Now I have that same confidence as that young kid, but I have 16 years of experience to back it up. So it's a good time right now.
What's your thought about Junior?
What?
What's your thought about Junior Dos Santos?
What's my thoughts? I accepted the fight because Junior Dos Santos is a guy, regardless of where he's at in his last few fights, you have to give the man credit for the fact that he's a win over Stipe, a win over Verdum, and a win over Kane, and he's a former UFC champion. And I think this is a great fight. We're both very respectful to each other. We don't have to trash talk to sell this fight. Our fighting style is going to sell this fight. You watch it how him and I fight. I think we've already got a lot of the people excited for this fight. So I think that's what's a great thing about it.
You're a very unorthodox fighter. You are tending to change your stance a lot in the match. But the thing that you became famous is your guillotine. Can you please talk us through your guillotine, because it's something specific. It's not something that everybody does. You choke. Well, it's not guillotine. It's neck crank, but
it's not a neck crank either. We call it a go-go choke.
Yeah, like that.
And it is different because the choke. Some chokes we're in kids, triangles. They leave your head swimming a little bit, but they're not painful. And this choke that I use, it inflicts physical damage as well as choking you unconscious. So it's.
Is it your invention?
What's that?
Your invention? You invented this move?
No, Luis Claudio, who's been training me the last 5 years, he's a Hickson Gracie black belt, and he's actually created this choke to the point where Hickson Gracie himself said, "Luis, show me this choke." So we knew we were onto something great. You know, one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time is asking us how we do things. So Luis is revolutionizing. I believe, you just look what we've done already. He's revolutionizing jiu-jitsu and MMA. So we're very excited to show more of this. We've only showed a little bit. It's not just the go-go. We have a whole array of skills that the heavyweight division is not ready for, I can guarantee.
Because you're probably very proud that you were the first guy who ever tapped out George Barnett. So, no, I remember that Joe Rogan was screaming, you know, this was the first guy who ever tapped out George Barnett. Can you please tell us something about that? And do you feel that you were losing that fight until the moment that you choked him out? Thank you.
Oh, absolutely not. The first fight, if you significant strikes landed, it was 17 to 18. My nose was bleeding a little bit. As you can see, I was fine. In the second round, I had 22 significant strikes landed to his 6. So I was clearly winning in the second round. I was feeling really good. In fact, the first round was me warming up. I mean, if you look at it, I was warming up. Second round, I came alive. You've seen more of me. And that's why I'm excited, because I have so much more to show. I know that I can come into these fights like the second round right off the get-go. So, you know, that's going to make a difference. I didn't know that Josh Barnett hadn't been tapped out in 20 years.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan told me in the cage. So, yeah, it was like a cherry on top. It was already an awesome win. And then, you know, to have all that backing it, definitely a huge statement to the heavyweight division. So, it was good.
Ben, yesterday you said you play video games. So did you ever play a UFC video game, and what did you think about your character?
I've only, honestly, they sent me a copy of UFC 3 and I kept it sealed because I knew I was in the game. I'll keep maybe someday. I never really got to play it. I'm more of a role-playing kind of guy. I like Fallout 4 and Dark Souls 2. Those kind of games I play. So.
Did you play with Bloodborne?
What's up?
Bloodborne.
No, and I heard it's a lot like Dark Souls.
It's even better.
Yeah, it's even better?
Yeah.
Well, Dark Souls 3 better be better then.
It will be better. But Bloodborne is awesome.
It's good. Yeah, I got a lot of Game of the Year awards. So. I just haven't had time the last few months. I've been training. 6-month training camp.
You plan to come here 2 or 3 weeks before the fight because of the jet lag?
I got here. I flew out. I left Monday. Got here Tuesday morning. It's Thursday. I'm feeling great. You know, I'll fight right now. Where is he?
Out to lunch. He's having lunch.
He's having lunch.
Would you be more comfortable on the ground with the Santos or standing up?
Honestly, I think it means more now when I say this. I will end the fight on the feet. I will end the fight on the ground. And that's the game plan of Junior Dos Santos. You guys want to know what my game plan is? I'm going to end him on the feet or I'm going to end him on the ground. Period. Wherever it is. You know, that means something now.
Then, like he's playing the role of a male because they gave a layup villainess. You like to roll.
So I kind of look at my life as like a yin yang. Right now, talking to you, I'm the white side. On the night of the fight, I get to be the black side. You know, I get to use both worlds. I get to be. It was all about showing the world. It was finally me coming out that way. It was me being me. You know, I get to be as badass as I want to be. No one can say anything about it. You can't tell me how awesome I want to be. And that's it. It's just going into that fight and getting to be myself.
When you fought Mark Hunt, it looked like you had some problems with your cardio. Do you think that the fight was a wake-up call for you?
I think you know, a lot of people are giving Kane that excuse of the elevation affected him. I mean, hey, I was in it was the first time ever fighting elevation, and I took a cut in the eye in the first round, and it definitely affected me. The crazy thing is, by the end of the third round, I got back into the fight. It was just I didn't have enough time. And the training, I'm a completely different fighter from them. I was actually I just had started working with Luis after that fight. So my entire career, my entire life changed after that fight. Wake up call, maybe.
On more than few occasions, you said that you will fight anybody, anywhere, but if you win this fight, and let's say Dana White comes to you and he offers you a title shot, but you have to wait for it. You wait or you take a fight in between?
I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm just right now. I focus on. I'm going to fight those guys. You know, that's my mindset. I'm going to fight them. I just don't know when and where. You know, so we'll just the when and where is up to the UFC. You know, and they're throwing so many shows now. It's hard to keep track of where places are going to be. So right now, my training is just trying to prepare me for anything and anywhere.
Do you have a target on some particular guy?
Yeah, the winner of Stipe or Verdum or if Kane comes in, it's got one of the top guys after this fight. After this fight, I got to fight one of those guys, one of the top guys, and I plan on being for the title.
Do you ever think about what if I lose a fight? What next?
What?
Do you ever think about what if I lose a fight?
No,
What next?
no, absolutely not. This is not how the mentality works in this. These last 4 fights. Everyone else is like, what if Ben loses or Ben's going to lose? I was 5-1 underdog against Overeem. I don't think that way. I know I'm going to win. I'm in a different path right now. I'm very certain. It's not just a confidence. I just know that I have a power with me because I'm fighting for something more than myself. I keep saying it over again. Once I have the belt, I'll tell the whole world what it's about. But it's something that the other heavyweight division just doesn't understand, and I just can't wait to win and show you all.
The UFC is bringing a lot of new heavyweights in. Have you noticed any one of them? No, any one of them. There's going to be a lot of new guys in Zagreb.
Yeah, and the heavyweight division's always been the smallest division, I think, out of all of them. I think they have to go and try and find some new guys. I think the world's noticing. If you look at the top 10 heavyweights, we're all in our 30s. This is a division that requires, time. You have to pay your dues. You have to learn the skills. You can't just come in and be a 23-year-old athletic, like a football player. No, it's not going to work. It's not good enough. You have to develop skills, and all the money in the world can't teach you a skill, right now. You have to put in time, and I think it's just an awesome thing about martial arts. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, guys are done at 30 some years old. You're done with the career." Yeah, right. Our champion's 38 right now, so there's a lot of. It's very inspiring for me too, because I'm 34. I still had some fight left.
You're in your prime.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Because you don't have a make weight, did you try Croatian food, national food? I think you eat everything, or you have some.
Yeah. Well, I'm 8 weeks is next week, so we got time. I just been so busy. They've been running me ragged around here, slave driving me, so I haven't had time. But I got to have a good ribeye last night. Went to a nice restaurant. I'm not sure what it was called, but it was good. I think more than the food is the kindness of everyone here in Croatia. Some of the nicest people on the planet. it's pretty awesome. So definitely coming here now. I'm even more excited for this fight. I'm more excited to come give you guys a great fight.